Hey guys, welcome to another installment of Toxie the Night Janitor Speaks. I'm Toxie, your crusader for toxic masculinity, MGTOW, and various things red pill. And yes, with that last line, I know I put the final nail in the coffin for my channel, but I don't really care too much. As long as you, the viewer, are at least somewhat entertained to some minute degree, my work here is not in vain. So I heard one from China Observer here on YouTube. Apparently, Iran purchased its air defense system from China, and whoo, let me tell you, it seems to not function as well as desired. In short, sometimes it was not suited to the task of tracking all the air traffic that Israel threw at it, and so it was overwhelmed in the early stages of the current Israel-Iran conflict. I've been following some Chinese news for some time now, especially from an economic perspective. And in the Midwest, where I'm from, we had a phrase to describe some of the Chinese products that were sold to the American public since the 1990s. Cheap Chinese knockoffs. Not that it was a pejorative phrase per se, but in fact, it's kind of the truth. Some Chinese tools, for example, just didn't live up to the desired use for them, especially as compared to American or German counterparts. A Chinese pocket knife or hatchet, for example, didn't last as long as an American-made one. This is because, at least at the time, the standards for Chinese steel manufacturing were not as strict as other manufacturers, such as some in the US. And apparently, this trend hasn't changed too much in 30 years. Consider Temu. Temu has developed a reputation for being cheap, yes, but items are not as described or simply break upon first use. So sure, you can have a cheap product, but you take a gamble as to whether it will function as desired or not. So too, it seems, with the air defense system sold to Iran. So too, with the pride of the Chinese Air Force, the J-20 Mighty Dragon fighter aircraft. In short, the standards for manufacturing are not as stringent as the standards for the F-35 aircraft, for example. The stress ratings for the components are less than those of the F-35, which means that the structural components of the J-20 do not have the longevity compared to the components built for the F-35. The J-20 components have a rating of fewer use hours before they must be replaced. So to wrap all this up, it seems to me that we're actually seeing some of the future of warfare here. This isn't necessarily to disparage Chinese technology on the face of it, but it has been a simple documented fact that the Chinese Communist Party's MO is to steal technology from other nations, especially the US, copy it, and flood the market with it. Without going into it too much here, though perhaps in a future video, I do believe that this is how the CCP uses its economy as a weapon against other countries. Nevertheless, it seems that Iran's in-house ballistic missile development has been pretty solid. They're exchanging blow for blow with Israel right now. However, I'm not sure how long they can continue due to the fact that they only have a limited supply of these long-range ballistic missiles. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next one.